much for joining me today for the League of Goddesses Spotlight interview. I am so excited to get to introduce you to the women of the League.
Thank you so much, Alicia. This is such an honor for me, truly.
Oh, from the moment I met you on the League, I was like, oh my God, I just love her. And it's funny how you can feel people's vibes through the computer, but I love your vibes, girl.
It's the same. That's how I came to LOG. I found you.
Oh, that makes me so happy. Okay, so I have this bad habit of loving these interviews so much. I'll talk and talk and talk. And my girls were like, Alicia, they're getting too long. So I am going to just dive right into the questions and let you start answering, okay?
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Okay, so my first question is, do you have any nicknames? And if so, what are they?
My second name is Frances, so my family calls me France.
Oh, I like that. Beautiful, beautiful. And then when is your birthday, JiJi?
Canada Day.
Yeah, really? It's beautiful. Okay, so for all of those who don't know that one, what is it?
July 1st.
Oh, lovely. Okay, so it's coming. You're almost a birthday girl. All right, and your favorite color?
Emerald and sunshade, yellowish, orangish sun joy.
I love that. I love it. And then my next question is, are you a coffee girl or a tea girl?
Good coffee.
Good coffee. Yes, I bet you are around a lot of good coffee.
Oh, yeah.
Dangerous. I told my husband, I was like, okay, I have this dream that someday I want to own a coffee farm in Guatemala because Guatemalan coffee, for some reason, I swear it tastes different. I don't know what it is, but I love it.
I have been to a friend's ranch or farm. It's a small one, and they grew coffee in one corner, and it was the sweetest smelling flower ever.
Was it? Girl, you're killing me because I love coffee, and that dream is like kind of one of those ones that I just play with. Watch me next year. I'm gonna be like, I'm going to Guatemala, and then I'm not coming back.
Awesome. Be online, so that's good for us.
Coffee farm. And then maybe I'll talk you into joining me.
Yeah. So when they say smell the coffee, you have a different idea now.
Yeah, I didn't know that the flowers smelled good. And so now I'm so curious. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, so you are a coffee girl. I love it. Can you tell everyone what country and if city is applicable, what city you live in?
We live in different countries, and right now we are happy to be here in our host country, Mexico, in Guadalajara.
Beautiful. I love that we have members all around the world. I feel so blessed. It's like, oh, we have women everywhere. So nice. Can you now tell me, are you a book, podcast, or blog girl? What is your favorite way to just dive in?
That's hard, but I'll have to say podcast because I love the conversation.
I like that. Okay, so a lot of people say book, which that's mine. I'm like, oh my God, please let me smell them. And I love just being able, I think, to hold things. But if you're a podcast girl, which I also love, what is your all-time favorite podcast?
There's tons. There's a lot. So that is hard for me to answer in one go. But I'm on YouTube and podcast for my knowledge consumption.
Gotcha. Is there one podcast that is just speaking to you right now?
Two. I'm a mom, so I love Lisa Damour's podcast about parenting and psychology of parenting. Parenting girls, parenting kids. And the other one is called Regenerative Agriculture by a Quaker farmer, and he's just amazing, and equally amazing are his guests. And my favorite episode in that podcast is with Dr. Zach Bush and Ray Archuleta.
Oh, beautiful. I know the last time when we talked about what you do, it definitely sparked curiosity in a lot of us. So I feel like we would all probably want to hear more because it's so important that we be cognizant of these things. And that kind of segues into my next question. Can you tell us a little bit about your business?
Oh, yes. I am a functional medicine health coach. I'm a candidate, so I'll finished my program mid-year this year. And my specialty is human health intertwined with earth health
Mhm.
and behavior change.
Wow. How cool. Can you tell me, Gigi, is that, and I have this feeling that it kind of does tie into your bliss. So the question is, what is your bliss?
Yes, you're correct. In a way, my bliss is my family, my kids. We have 2 teens, and I do my life's work now to ensure that my kids have a chance at a future.
That's so kind and sweet. Can you tell me now, why did you join the League of Goddesses?
Because I
I just see what I mean?
found you. Gosh, I follow a lady. Just really quick, I follow an amazing lady online, and she interviewed 2 guys, and the 2 guys, amazing business people who works with Bliss, and they also mentioned this client that they had, who's a brilliant go-getter of a woman, and she had a spark of an idea, and which became League of Goddesses. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to find her. And also, I love what you do, because a couple years ago, this book is the best book. The Creative Curve is the best book about creativity that I've read. And I was in touch with the author because he mentioned that what's missing in the support, or in having women in the business realm and the thought leadership realm, is that we don't have, or we have a weak system of camaraderie and like a mentorship and community among like-minded women. And when I came to hear about you a couple years later, I thought, oh my gosh, this is what she's doing, and I need to be part of it. Because the author I asked, what can we do as women to strengthen this voice and also to support each other? And he said, find like-minded women and also hold dinners, and now this is perfect because 3 years later, virtual has become the mode of meeting. So thank you so
Yes.
much.
Yes, we love you. And I feel like it's so nice to be able to create this with women. The impact is, I'm seeing, huge. And every time that we get together and we do these things, it just, so much love and appreciation for each other is shown. And it really does change the world, I think. So I'm glad that you're here. It makes me very happy. And I hope you can come to one of our live events soon, because I know the women just would love to see you. Love it. I mean, of course, me too.
That's a dream. That's the dream.
Good. Let's keep that. We'll manifest it. Cool. Okay. So now can you tell me, what do you hope to attain from being in the League of Goddesses?
My previous answer of just being among like-minded women who are powerful in their own right, and also using their voice, using their platform to do good in the world, and also just to have a good time with each other. Like, we can talk about what impact we can have in the world in one breath, and then the other breath about the best shoes I found in Guadalajara, for example. I still have to show you. And that's all part of being a woman, and they're all relevant. And I love that we have space for that.
Me too. I feel that it's so important that we show all of our facets. It's not just about business. It's not just about spirituality. It's not just about, fashion. It's about all of it. That's what makes us so beautiful and so unique and so creative. I know, I'm like, we can talk about everything. Sometimes I wonder if men are just like, I don't know what to do with these women. They're just like, we're so huge and our capacity is just never ending. And so to be a woman is such a blessing. I used to always want to be a dude. I'm like, you guys have it so easy. You don't have periods. You don't have to deal with hormones. You don't have to. And now I'm like, oh no, I would never want that. We're just like magical. And you can see how guys look at us. They're astounded by our capabilities and who we are. And it's like, you can see it in their eyes. They look at us and they're like, oh my God, they're so cool. And I'm like, yeah, we are.
I love that. I love that.
And it's nice that we have a group where we can share all of that and be at home. So
Absolutely.
thank you. Okay, so my next question is, what do you hope to give to the League of Goddesses? What is your genius or your superpower that you want to share?
Oh, I love that question. As women, we have been conditioned subconsciously and consciously, I think, to not or to occupy the least space we can. And so I love it when we stand in our power, in our own right. And I love that you used your superpower and your genius, and to match your frequency, language frequency. I'll have to say that my genius is in putting together human health intertwined with earth health and behavior change. And that's what I'm learning as a functional medicine health coach specifically, is the behavior change. And we need that, from bridging the gap from knowledge to action and to actually making it a way of life.
Yes, because that is what's so important. It's not about a fad. We want to incorporate these things into our life and live these beautiful lives that we can. And all we have to do is take that action step. So we need the knowledge and then the action step. I am so excited for you to just expound in this. And then, like, maybe we could have you come and teach at one of the events because I think the ladies would love it. So we'll talk about that.
I would love it.
I know, I would love it. I'm like, come on. Okay, so my next question, JiJi, is who is important in your life?
My family, my husband, our two teens, my sister and her son, my nephew, and my dearest mummy.
Oh, I like how you call her that. So sweet. That's beautiful. It's nice that you have a wonderful family. Support like that is great. So, can you tell me, and you can take this question two different ways. What dream have you made come true? That could be a dream of yours that you brought to fruition, or maybe someone else's that you helped.
I will be redundant and say my family. It's we have co-created our vision of having this space of love and support and connection, and it's work. It's a work in progress every day, and I'm grateful for that.
It's beautiful. I like that answer. Can you tell me, what does your heart most desire at this time?
For myself, I would love, 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 love a regenerative agriculture ranch and farm connected to the local and global community. And I've seen others who've done that. And yeah, I know it's possible. For the world, my heart's desire is for everybody to have a moment of peace and kindness every day.
Mm, I like it. I like it. You kind of hit one of my other questions, like nail on the head. That's perfect. But I'm going to ask you, I'm going to switch it up just a little bit and ask you, if you were not JiJi and you were talking about JiJi to a girlfriend, how would you describe her?
Oh, that's lovely. Um, a- I'd say an oxymoron of sorts.
I like that word.
Well, I could catch myself talking to somebody and we go really deep and serious. And then I come home. I come home to my husband and he's like, "You're so silly. You're the silliest person I know."
I love it.
And also another example is I'm a strong woman, especially on times when there's a challenge or a problem. I'm pretty focused and also, yes, strong. But my kids laugh at me because I cry at the littlest of things like cartoons or looking at or touching an old tree in the jungle and saying, "Hello, tree." And they're like, "Oh, mommy, you're so corny."
Like, I can't help it. I love so much. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, so tell me, you when I said that you kind of hit my other question nail on the head, the question was, do you have a vision for humanity? And is what you spoke about peace, is that your vision?
Oh, I'm having goosebumps right now. I'd say peace is a good result, an end result. But knowing what I know now from my studies and from my learnings and listenings, I've known that this is the decade with a capital THE, capital D, um, where we decide what direction we go, either extinction or thriving in a reimagined world.
Mm.
And as I say this, I feel the burden really heavily. And at the same time, I also feel being buoyed up by hope and the knowledge that we have a decade to decide and to work through it.
You did me
And
goosebumps
so I know.
too.
And so my dream for was the question my dream for humanity right now. The end game is my dream for humanity is peace, but my dream for humanity right now in this decade is that we all wake up. We all wake up and see each other and be kind to each other and realize that we need to work together towards the future we want.
Yeah, beautiful. And that it's so true. I feel it too, that this is the decade. There's a lot of change coming and it's going to be good. It's like, oh, I can feel that there are more people who are woken up and more people, including myself. I'm more awake. I'm like, wow, look at everything that we're learning and we're learning so quickly. Does your vision impact the decisions that you make in your business and in your life?
Every day.
Yeah. Can you give us an example of how you incorporate
Yes, for sure. The fact that I went back to school and learned more about functional medicine health coaching, along the way, I learned about regenerative agriculture. I joined Kiss the Ground's program offerings for regenerative agriculture, and also how to speak about it in a way that welcomes people instead of repel them. So I'm learning so much in terms of what input the input into my brain and my heart and my spirit, so the output is the same, like in the same frequency. And just being in a community like League of Goddesses and my functional medicine health coaching school and Kiss the Ground, just being among people of like mind and the same vibration. It's a fancy word, but it's really not. You feel it when you're in the room,
it?
even if it's a virtual
Yeah,
room.
you can feel it. Yes, I agree.
And it's just so beautiful to be among people like that. And I think if there's an 80-20 that I can do as an action towards my life view is exposing myself more to your kind of people, our kind of people. And when I say your and our kind of people, I mean everyone. Everyone has the potential to vibrate in a
On
high
a
frequency.
higher level. Yeah, I know sometimes when I'm meditating in the morning, I feel so grateful that God or the universe or, whatever that is out there didn't give up on me. It's like, thank you. Thank you for being patient because I needed it. And sometimes I'm impatient and it's like, I'm just so grateful that it didn't just say she's not getting it. Like, we'll let that one go because
Oh,
God doesn't do that with any of us. So as long as
that's
we take, He has
beautiful.
for us.
That's so beautiful. I'll keep that.
So yeah, I sometimes it just really hits me, and I'm like, wow, how can I not be gracious and patient with others as they learn as I have received, right? So yeah, we just got real deep. Like,
Kindness.
I love it too. Okay, Gigi, I'm at my last question. And that question, I know, can you believe we did so good too?
Please.
I know. Okay, so my last question is if you had one piece of advice or a golden tip that someone had shared with you that you could share with all the ladies of the league, what would it be?
Ooh, one tip. Uh, I'm an immigrant and an expat. So I was born and raised in the Philippines, and I immigrated when I was 26 to Canada. And from there, we had our young family, and then we lived in different countries. And I saw that we're all the same. And so the one tip is to, when you're talking to somebody else or looking at another creature, your same species or another one, I guess is to find the beauty in that creature. Because as Dr. Zach Bush says, when you find beauty, the expression of that is love.
Oh, that is beautiful. I'm sorry, I have to write this down.
It's not mine, it's Dr. Zach Bush.
That's okay.
I'm fascinated with
it. Okay, it's Dr. And can you spell his name?
Yes, ZACH BUSH.
Zach Bush. Oh, okay, wonderful. I'm gonna have to research this guy because that's one of the most beautiful ways that I've heard it. When you find beauty, the expression is love. You can't help it. It's just like, oh, because we all love beauty. We all love to see it, and it can be seen anywhere. Wow.
Yeah.
JiJi, I just love you. And I had so much fun. I hope that we can do this more often. Don't forget about me and text me anytime or shoot me an email whenever you're free. I would love to stay in better contact.
It's the same for me. Please, for you and our other League of Goddesses, if there's anything I can do to support you, I'm here for you.
Oh, I just love you. Mwah. Thank you so much. And I hope that you have a fabulous rest of your week.
Thank you, Alicia. Thank you, everybody.
Bye.